What's up, good executive Vipo? Well, and everyone else. I forgot. I'm streaming on multiple platforms. Trying to get set up for the Wendy Williams experience, and that's not the experience. This is okay. So y'all gonna have to watch on y'all own devices what I figured out. I was still trying to get creative, so I got my iPad here. The problem is, for some reason, and I forgot all about this, my streaming platforms no longer work on my desktop computer. It's so used to me, I guess, screen recording and stuff, it won't work. Oh, it's working now.
Married,
But let me
life was
mute it. Let me
good,
mute it.
and we still wanted to have a baby.
So hopefully, and I cannot guarantee you this, my hope is that we can just keep it muted and YouTube won't recognize, so you can't hear it. That's good. I don't want to have the sound going, because if I had a sound going, I think what'll happen. Good. Thank you, Aaron. So okay, the video is muted. So I want to play it as safe as possible, because I'm already taking a chance by trying to stream it like this. I just don't want us to get kicked off and then we have to start all over again. That would be horrible. But I don't know, y'all. We might be able to get away with it. I'm gonna have y'all vote. I could create a second backup live, so that if we do get kicked off of this one, we can then right away, I just send y'all the quick little link and we'll go into the other one. Then we won't play with them like that. So I'm gonna have y'all vote. Should we take a chance? All right, we back, and it looks like we're right, Miss MJ. Oh, hold on, it's still on. Okay. I had to reset up because they cut us off before I could even create the backup live. This wheel guy has me looking at him side eye. I'm even just based on what I've read through my research and stuff, and what Kev Jr. has said about him, and just even in this documentary, I know he's acting like he's trying to like he cares for her. He's checking her into rehab and all that, but it's something about him. And then did y'all see that? I guess that was her. Oh, it's back on. Yeah. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's back on. I'll be back. Oh, okay. It's kind of hard when it's hard to tell when they transition to the commercials. Oh my God. Trey Keisha is saying she's ahead of me. Let me catch up with y'all comments a little bit. This makes me so sad. I got introduced to Wendy when she had her first show on VH1. Yeah, I remember hearing about her radio show in New York, because she would, at a point, it ended up being on the internet, and I would get clips here or there, like when stuff would go viral with her. Yeah, and it's like she's deteriorating so quickly. I would say some of my comments, my thoughts rather, I'm going to put in the chat while it's on, and that way I'll remember what to talk about when we go on commercial break. But it was, I don't know, I could be just being very cynical right now, but it was interesting to me how Will was like, yeah, and I have a trainer, my friend who I have working with Wendy, and I'm kind of like, is this like, hey, come on, get in on this deal? I'm able to get some money, from the conservator, who is also my friend, to act like we're trying to work with Wendy. And then this guy, I mean, again, I'm being a little cynical, because if you can afford a trainer, and a good trainer will tell you about 3 to 4 days a week of working out is about what you need. So I am being cynical, but it almost feels like, oh, he's trying to make sure, yeah, I'm gonna need to see you 3-4 times a week. And it's probably $10,000 a session. Maybe only 5,000. I guarantee you it ain't the $50 that we would pay for our trainers. Yeah, it's all over the place, because even at least my iPad is actually on a commercial right now, but what's on my iPad is not what I'm watching here. So it's hard for me to even show y'all this, because it's like, it's all for naught. It's in its own world. We used to listen to her radio show at work. We all ran to our desk to stream it. Right. That's when we were able to stream it. That's when I started listening to her.
Can I at least see the shot first, please? I just want to make sure I look like money. I look like something? Yeah.
How did you meet Wendy? Can you explain to me why you don't care for her? Before you left her. Now I know. Okay. Wendy being pissed off is normal. She doesn't really need it, but she's a pain in the ass. And she's very matter of fact. She changes her mind all the time. Only one Coke, please. Okay. Yes, just one. Oh, God. What are you doing? This just makes sure that the no, take this off. Okay. You said the same thing. Take that off. Are you stupid? She's disgusted with me.
Ouch.
It's okay.
Oh, y'all, this is gonna be too sad.
Can I take this one? Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's something special in the water. At the end of the day, she's probably one of the biggest personalities that we've seen in quite some time.
Okay, we're on another commercial break. I'm trying to pay attention. I'm processing what I'm watching, but also my emotions behind what I'm watching, but then also trying to keep up with the chat, catch up to what y'all been saying. Wendy and Bruce Williams, Bruce Willis have the same only William, but however, only Wendy Williams has conservatorship. I really think for one, I can't remember. Is he married? I'm not sure if he's married or not, but it was people taking advantage of Wendy Williams' financial situation. And it seemed like the people who were in her closest inner circle, it got reported. Now, I know it sounds like her conservator is suspect too, but it was things that were happening with Wendy Williams in relation to people taking advantage of her. And we're clearly seeing where her mental state was. That is what caused a red flag to be raised. And I think really what it was the spending habits were so out of the ordinary for her, and it caused a red flag with the bank and then all this other stuff. So it was a domino effect. Whereas with Bruce Willis, to our knowledge, none of that is going on. I'm not sure if he's married, but I do know he's still very close to Demi Moore. He has his daughters, his children and all of that. It could be that his family was really there for him and really looking out for him. And Wendy had a lot of leeches, even her own husband, who is now her ex-husband. So that could be the difference. I see what you're asking, but I don't think it's black and white, literally. Literally. I don't think it's as simple as being black and white in this comparison, in my opinion. But again, I don't know neither one of them. Thank you, Shaquia. So Shaquia is saying that Bruce is married. So again, that would be another difference, because had Wendy Williams been married, unfortunately, that money would have went straight to Kev. We see that wouldn't have been. Well, I'm sorry, that money would have went straight to Kev and Sharina. Yep, it's back on. God damn it, that was short.
My ex. I always felt.
Do they have Wendy without her wig?
The loneliness, isolation. She just wasn't prepared or didn't know how to deal with this new life. And then COVID just didn't help.
Wendy doesn't want to be seen in public without her wig.
Hit the world. So any program that had
Yeah, I am so busy trying to process all this that's coming at us. I was about to give y'all a poll question. I totally forgot what the hell it was. But the poll question I closed out was, do you think that Big Kev is getting his karma? And I haven't covered those stories. Like, he is financially destitute. I'm not 100% sure that it's true that Serena left him. I haven't dug into the story well enough to know if that's factual, but I heard Serena had left him and she was broke too. But 95% of y'all say that yes, Kevin is getting his karma. Stress and depression does way more than people realize. I feel like Wendy might have been early stages with everything that was going on at the time, and it sped up. Yeah, absolutely. That stress can speed up the process. It cause some diseases and health problems, but also speed up the ones that may already exist, them taking over. Did y'all answer my question about what y'all think? What was that case that Will was closed? I'm like, was that like a case of pills or something? But I don't know. Oh, and then Will telling on himself when they were setting up for his interview, and he's like, hey, do I get to look at the shot to see what I look like, to make sure I'm looking like money? That's not even something that the guest, interviewee, whatever you want to call him, the subject, should be asking or normally would. The only people who do that and make a big deal out of that are celebrities. He's not a celebrity, but that shows his mindset. And that also shows that he's very concerned about his image. And also, I feel like he's clout chasing on this. Like, he's trying to build himself off of the back of the name of Wendy Williams. That was very telling for me. The fact that he made that moment about him is not about, well, let me get the true story of, who Wendy Williams is and what she's been struggling with. And because I care so much about her, it wasn't that. It was the energy of, well, how's this going to make me look? Can I look at the camera and see how y'all got me looking? Like, what? Deborah is saying, is Kevin speaking in this doc? I really highly doubt that he is speaking in this documentary. Yeah, I can't see that. I don't know, but I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I ain't seen it. It don't seem like, because Wendy don't want nothing to do with Kevin. Even though I heard like at one point she was kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of feel like no, because I feel like her team might not even be interested in him, and her team is kind of responsible for this, are responsible for this doc. I'd be surprised a little bit. That lets you know they're all about themselves. Right. She moved out of the state with. Oh, Sharina moved out of the state. Is it back on? Okay, it's back on. That last caption they had on the screen, the producers of the Wendy show have declined to speak. Who was that? Was that Tiffany who asked that question about whether certain producers who were on stage spoke or what they have to say? That was your caption right there. They declined. Y'all, this is so hard for me because some people don't know how to deal with people with dementia. It's not her. Her own brain is basically working against her. Yes, absolutely. And you see that even in her with the style. And I think that's when you commented this, when she was working with the stylist and all of that. You could tell they weren't cued in to, like, this is her having a moment where her brain is not, it's not operating the way it used to be wired. And so you have to give space for that and remove your own feelings and yourself from that, knowing that that person is not them in the way that you knew them. And so and Margin, this is why I highlighted this. You said she is so rude. That's Wendy Williams dementia. Her brain dementia is literally, your brain is deteriorating. It's turning into gray matter. Like, and so that's not Wendy really doing that. That's a side effect of her illness. Now, I ain't saying that Wendy was an angel prior to all of this, but she probably wouldn't have been as rude and confrontational in that moment. And you saw her saying immediately after she said, "Are you stupid?" to the manicurist, she said, "Oh, you probably don't like me, and now she probably doesn't like me anymore," something like that. It's her coming in and out. So again, when somebody has dementia, you can't judge them with the same ruler that you judge the rest of us with. And then the poll questions I had: do you think Big Kev is getting his karma? I don't know if I said this one or not to y'all, but it was 95% of y'all who said yes. 5% of y'all said no. I guess I don't know why. Let me know in the chat why you say no. And then the other one I just put there was: do you think that Wendy Williams was okay? Damn it, come on, every time I get into it. Okay, it's back on, y'all. I'll come back to this. Oh, wow, y'all, that's a lot. I forgot where I left off. I was about to talk about, let me see, let me close whatever this poll is. Do you think that Wendy Williams needs to be with her family instead of with staff? 100% of y'all say that yes, she needs to be with her family instead. This money piece of it, I'm in total agreement with y'all. I think she needs to be around family overall. Although there's some suspects over there too, in my opinion. But I feel like a conservator should probably still be used in this particular case. But I'm not sure if they have the right conservator just because of the allegations and accusations against the current conservator. But I don't know. But I think a third party should be handling her money. Just based on all these allegations, it's hard to see who is the problem. But the other thing I wanted to say, the poll that I had did earlier was: do you think that Wendy is okay being seen without a wig? 20% of you said yes. 80% of you said no. 20% of you don't really know Wendy Williams. Is what I'm here to tell y'all. And I saw somebody comment, I started, but I got so many starred right now. Here it is. It was Deborah said, China Black interview has her without, I guess you're saying without her wig on YouTube. And I haven't seen it yet, but I saw a little clip and I didn't even pay attention that if she had a wig on or not. But if Wendy doesn't have a wig on now, you got to consider her current state of mind and what we're watching. What I'm asking is, Wendy in her at her full capacity, would she be okay with the public seeing her without her wig? I guarantee you no. And here's why. For one, she has said it many, many times on her TV show from the onset of it. Also, from behind the scenes, little tidbits I know, her staff wasn't even allowed. It was literally only her hairdresser and I think maybe the makeup artist. It was like a select couple people in that show that had a staff of over 100 people. Only a couple people were allowed to see her with her wig off, and they had to earn that right to see that. Some people, it took years, without me saying too much, who were very close to her on her show, took years before she would let them see her with her wig off. And the day that she did, they knew, oh, she liked me. That's how deep it was. So Wendy in her right mind, she would not be agreeing to this. They're taking advantage of her in many ways. I'm seeing with this. Also, why the producers of the show, who knew her very well because they were with her for what, a decade plus, knowing all this drama was going on and all this stuff and working with her through it, they know she would not have agreed to doing this documentary and what we're seeing in her full capacity. There's no way that Wendy would have agreed to this. However, given her current capacity, which we are clearly watching, and the ups and downs of that, this is what we have. So that is why they didn't agree to it. The more you know. The more you know. What else we got? This is about to come back on. These commercials are kind of short. So all of a sudden when I'm trying to get things in, I'm like, well, the commercial's so short. And usually when I'm watching TV, I'm like, why are these commercials so long? Her brother is a fraud too. Wendy didn't care for him. Yeah, so I had heard things when he first started his YouTube channel. I had heard the personal stuff about him. And I was like, oh, he seemed cool. He seemed like he, blah, 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 this and that. And then over time, I started to see the stuff myself. Okay, it's back on y'all. I'll give y'all more of that after the show.
I'm just a normal person. The only thing...
It's hard for me. Y'all, I feel like I need these commercial breaks to decompress and process. I'm like, y'all want me to keep talking? Jesus. I'm still like, huh? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, so that wig thing, y'all are confirming what I was saying. Wendy Williams was that Trakeisha who was saying, even in her behind the scenes show, she'd be like, hold on, y'all, I gotta put my wig on. Like, she wouldn't even let the camera face her. And like I said, it was only a handful of her show from the staff, like literally her immediate glam team were the only ones who were allowed to see her without her wig on. She did not play about that. Says she loves her son and he loves his mom. That's why he knocked his dad out. Right, that fight. I saw somebody asking about that. When it all went down and Kev finally, he got Sharina pregnant and Wendy Williams the baby was born. Wendy Williams kicked him out, all that stuff. I forgot. Now I can't remember exactly what led into it, but there was some argument that occurred between Big Kev and Lil Kev about how Big Kev was treating Wendy. It supposedly occurred in a parking lot somewhere, and Lil Kev got the best of Big Kev and knocked him out or something, or punched him. It was all in the blogs around the time it happened. I just can't remember the exact details of how the fight. Like I heard how it all went down, but now I just can't remember the details because that was that 2020 or 2021, y'all? One of them. It's been it's amazing when you look at how much has occurred in Wendy Williams' life as we followed this from, was it the moment she fainted on stage? Yeah, because Kev was still around when she fainted on stage. So it almost is like from that Statue of Liberty scene when she fainted on, it's just been downhill so much. Oh, y'all talking about Sharina had moved out of the state with the baby. So she did leave Kev, I guess is what you're saying. It's like they're trying to make a mockery out of Wendy. So sad. Yeah. they're trying to capitalize. I don't know if they're trying to completely make a mockery of her, or if it's more that they're trying to squeeze as much as they can out of her before she's totally unusable. Like they're trying to get every little bit more that they can out of her. People who have dementia don't know what they are doing. They have their good days and their bad days. Right. They have their good days and their bad days, and their good moments and their bad moments. It literally could be, you know, a perfect whole day and then a rage 1 minute and then they're back to normal. Okay, it's back on. So that was some of that issue of why he's not in the inner circle.
It's gonna work.
Just letting you know right now.
It's busy. So can I see you tomorrow?
Yes, you can.
Perfect. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay.
She didn't say bye.
Oh, no. I love these little moments where we see the peaks of Wendy, the Wendy we knew. Oh. Ooh, why are they doing that to her? Ooh. Oh my God. Vultures. Y'all, I am too through. Part of me don't even want to support this doc and like even by streaming it. For those of you who don't know where I had that visceral reaction, they showed a for those of you who didn't see it, she was in her bed, in her bedroom, putting on her wig, and while she's, I guess, straightening it to do this, they have the camera panning over her head, showing that her hair is very thinning in the crown of her head, that she's balding. And then they show her putting the wig on. There is no way in hell that Wendy at her full capacity would have been okay with that. And the fact that they exploited that for fucking clicks and views is horrible. They knew what they were doing. They did that for a viral moment. This is showing, because that's not the first wig situation. They started gradually with her walking in the pool without a wig on, with her regular hair length. And then that was already a problem because she's never showed her real hair length. And then they gradually move into going worse. They're getting you used to it. Like, oh, it's okay. No, Wendy would have been okay. Like some of y'all, the 20% of y'all. No, Wendy would have been okay with her being shown without her wig. Do you also think she would have been okay with a bald spot being showed at the top of her head? They knew what they was doing. They knew what they was doing. Disgusting, but they knew what they were doing. They taking advantage of this woman. I don't know, y'all. I can't even keep up with what's happening now. I'm so outdone. I knew they would be exploiting her to some degree and, like, you know, airing out her dirty laundry to some degree, but I guess I didn't expect them to exploit her in quite that way. And that's this stuff we seeing. This ain't stuff they cut out. Because trust, there's more. Trust there was, oh, Jesus. Trust there's more. I even had to get in my texter and say, hey, y'all watching this? ain't nobody replied. Probably ain't nobody watching it. They probably like, F that ish. I told you I wasn't going to be involved in it. Oh, Jesus. Take a breath, Vell. Okay, it's back. Oh, no, that's not it. That's, what is it, sisters? Let me see what y'all talking about. I got some star questions, but I ain't going to have time to get into anything else I got to say. That's ridiculous. Trying to embarrass her. Wendy wouldn't be okay with what is happening. Nope, not at all. Like, I'm literally ready to fight somebody. Wendy doesn't deserve any of this. Yeah. And, you know, it's some people who are reveling in this because Wendy was not perfect as, you know, doing her thing, being the, you know, queen of media. She definitely went there with some people, and some people are enjoying this and feeling like this is her karma. I just feel like it's sad taking advantage of someone in this condition and acting as if you're looking out for their best interest when your actions say totally the opposite. For anybody with their eyes open, It's back on for you. Yeah, I'm delayed. It still ain't came back on for me. I think that was I was about to say I thought that was the last commercial, but another one just came on. That's the other thing about these streaming platforms. Like I remember back in the day when we would all be synced, you could watch something with your friend on the phone. You can't really do that today, not the same way. Okay, here we go.
Put it in the same position, please. Close it all the way.
Oh, poor lady. Wow, the nephew said this has been going on for 10, like he started seeing the onset of this 10 years ago. So this ain't new for them. It's new for us. So 3 years ago, and who said that like even the stress and stuff will speed up these sort of issues, like when you already have. Wow, I'm processing some of the words and coming out, but wow. I don't believe that this is isolated to only white people doing things to her. I don't think this is racial, honestly. I know that the production company and some of the people we're seeing behind the producers behind the scenes happen to be white people. However, she got a predominantly black team who signed up for this on her behalf. So I'm not quite looking at this as a race situation. I'm looking at this as a predators, opportunists versus prey victim situation. That's how I'm looking at it. My question is, who is making sure she is taking her medications? Whoever want to take advantage in that moment? That's what I'm gathering. Damn, she smokes too. Yeah, so I'm not coming for people who do. I know people do marijuana for medical reasons, pain management and all that. I'm not saying that, but I know Wendy smoked. So that's kind of where I was going with it. But in addition, I don't know if vaping would be the best decision because she's still inhaling chemicals and all of that. Maybe it should be edibles and stuff. That's kind of where I was going. It's still like the idea of vaping may not be the healthiest for a person who has all of her condition because there's still like smoke and all of that stuff involved and all the unknowns. I know they saying that vaping is healthier than smoking, but they also was saying, what was that back in the 20s, 30s, the early up into the 50s, maybe, that smoking was actually good for your health. So I ain't quick to believe when they talk about vaping being so much more healthier. So that's where I was coming from. Somebody brings in liquor. She sure doesn't. That woman doesn't drive. Somebody brings in liquor. She shouldn't. Oh, you're saying someone has been bringing that liquor in her house because she doesn't drive. Well, I don't know if you've seen that she actually did go out and get her own liquor. She actually at one point she took a taxi to get her own liquor. And it was captured by I think it was TMZ and all that. Did I do a story? I can't remember if I did the story. I almost feel like I didn't do the story on that, but I was aware. See, it's back on my iPad, but it's not over here. So some of y'all might be watching it again. Sometimes you gotta just remind yourself that this isn't Wendy. Yeah. I think even for that. Okay, it's back on, y'all.
Same one.
We just passed it.
Same one.
Oh. I'm so glad I'm not on the Wendy Williams show. This is all too much.
So Sean, you're going now. The crew has to stop filming now. We're gonna find the blue that I like, and then go back to the black. Excuse me, I said the blue. So we're gonna. I have no idea where we are. So Wendy, we're gonna get out of the car because it doesn't have to crowd. Okay, yeah, over here on the side. That's right. We should just have this for a second. Come on, listen. Why don't we order in some liquor? Yeah, Will. What do you like, champagne? Yeah. Okay, let's have champagne along with the blue that I like. Are you worried about the this stage of her life, yeah. From when I first met Wendy, she had a beautiful personality. Now it's just like, what the hell's going on? I don't know what she's going through, but it's getting very intense, whatever she's going through. I think she's losing memory. I really noticed that. Like, she just blanks out. Like, you'll talk to her, she'll blank out. Sometimes she doesn't even realize why I picked her up inside and she's like, hey, who are you again? And it wasn't one of those, on a daily basis to be around with you. That needs to be a super paycheck. Shall I interview? Take one? What? So we shared an experience yesterday in the car. Yeah. When did you get to get a vape? Talk about that. Yes, that was an experience. I agree. So when we got out of the car last time, so the cameras were pulled away. Did you guys go find May? Did you come home? No, we came back. Yeah, we ended up coming back here. Came back home and eating and actually we didn't eat. Yeah, and talking. So
You don't think there's anything going on with Wendy's health that is alarming or that raises an eyebrow to you?
No, I mean, Wendy is Wendy.
there has been a record she took out a common alcohol, right? That's $1 million. Are you worried about that at all? Like right now, I'm not.
The reason why is I really
Get rid of her. She's got to go.
How to control herself. Let's think about the fact that, okay, maybe she had a drink. It was a drink. You're able to stop.
Each segment gets worse and worse and worse. I couldn't even look at y'all comments through that one. I don't even know what the hell y'all was saying. I'm sorry. Did that woman just say that she don't think nothing wrong with Wendy's health? Wendy ain't ever been that erratic. She made y'all drive 15, 11 times. Again, y'all got to keep in mind, we getting edited versions of what happened. If it got to the point that the crew was like, hey, we got to halt this, and we got to tell her we got to go home. Let's go to the house. Because they was like, okay, however many times they went around, I guarantee you it's more than what they showed us, maybe 2 times around, maybe 3. I guarantee you they went around more than that. Because she was like, go around again. They edited out how many times they actually went around. For her to still be not realizing she is at the vape shop she always goes to. And that woman ran in and out of there. What was her name? Sandra or whatever. Then ran in and out of that store however many times. And then she gets on camera the next day and says, oh, no, I don't think nothing wrong with Wendy. No, she does maybe once in a while she had a little too much to drink. What? No, you're afraid to say that you clearly know as well as everybody else with common sense that there is something going on with Wendy. And then the driver guy. Y'all think, I don't know, maybe something like, have you noticed her losing her memory or something? I mean, sometimes she get in the car and she don't even remember who I am. I understand that everybody don't know about medical conditions, dementia, Alzheimer's, all that. I get that. I'm going to give some grace for that. I'm not going to sit here and say that everybody should recognize the signs of dementia and Alzheimer's. On a basic level, I feel like everybody should at these grown people's ages. But let's give them some grace that they didn't. But they clearly got to know there's something major going on. These ain't little incidents. This is advanced level issues with dementia. This is like the nephew said, oh, we noticed this starting 10 years ago. This is advanced. We 10 years in now. We can't act like we still trying to figure out what's happening. Some bull-ish. Somebody asking who got to go. I forget. I think you only listening. Was she the publicist? What's her name, y'all? Was it Sandra or something? The woman who was in the car with her, who she kept making run in and out of the vape store to get this vape pen that she normally gets. Is it back on? Oh no, it's commercial. Yeah, she got to go because she's sitting there being ignorant, willfully ignorant, to hold on to a check. She afraid to say when she lost that check anyway because they say Wendy is with her family now. But woo, Jesus. I can't believe my people, they still ain't text back. I don't think they watching. I don't think they like some. Actually, one of my people, though, I'm surprised they not watching. I'll text doing the next thing. Anyway, let me reach out. Rest of y'all comments, as many as I can before we come back on. I'm going to be pissed off when people talk smack online about her. She's human and struggling. Yeah. It's getting worse. What's jacked up? Her son can't take over and manage his mom's health. Yeah, I don't know what's happening now though. I gotta catch up. This week. So I know she supposedly is back with her family, right? Right. She has to go. Some not right. A lot ain't right. It ain't just something. A lot ain't right. Matter of fact, everything ain't right. Okay, I think it's back on.
There have been random people around you stealing money from it. It's giving desperate energy. Relax. I want to get back on TV. I'm in Los Angeles. Something drastic doesn't change. I'm not afraid that she could die. I don't even know what's next. What's going on? Why is she like it's so sorry?
Is it coming back on? They just putting captions up. I don't know what's happening. Look like it's coming back on. Is it? I think it's coming back on, y'all. Because I know it ain't. Hold on. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's starting all over again. What's y'all thoughts? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate this documentary? 1 being garbage, 10 being good. I'm still processing, y'all. Oh my God, that's a lot. It's so sad. It's like we knew the bigger pieces of this, but like seeing it and seeing like not just the clips and the blogs, but actually seeing it, it's a lot. It's sad. And what I saw in the preview for next week is the niece is calling it out, and she's talking about that publicist person. I can't believe she got on camera and said she don't think nothing wrong with Wendy. You know what the hell she was thinking? Maybe she thought she was supposed to act like wasn't nothing wrong. Like we weren't gonna say, okay, here we go.
Hey, popping like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground.